normal is usually sweet ribbit, but considering that she caught Kaminari picking at her, I would be mad at. This dorm was utter chaos 50% of the time. Bakugo chased after Mineta, and down the stairs came a calm and collected Yaoyorozu. She had a turtleneck on it. It really highlighted the curves she possessed. The light blasting from the window behind her made her really look like an angel descending from heaven. But to strangle anyone who breathed the wrong way. It was definitely that time of the month. Pretty intimidating if I say so myself. She adjusted her spiky ponytail before walking into the kitchen, getting a tub of ice cream and a spoon, walking back up to her room in complete silence, leaving only silence after her. The only exception being the faint screams from Mineta and Bakugo outside the dorms, but that was negotiable. After Yaoyorozu left, I got up and walked into the kitchen, looking at Ashiro, Kirishima, and Azui, who were all sitting on the floor now. They were chatting happily about animals. A weird topic, but who am I to judge? I emptied the teacup in the sink and filled up the kettle with water and waited it to start boiling. I leaned against the counter with my book and I flipped a page, continuing to read. A woman was waiting by the docks, leaning against the fence and gazing over the sunrise. Her blonde hair was following the wind peacefully. Zeke felt his heart beat faster and kneeled down in the thorny bushes. Watching the woman. Who was she? How could she be so graceful without even doing anything? The woman was holding a snow-white rose in between her index finger and thumb. Started to sing a soft tune. I could only hear a few words exit her mouth. It sounded heavenly, like an angel that was singing on a lullaby to calm down a baby. The sky had turned into a pink color. Zeke had no idea how much time had passed, only listening to the woman with blonde hair sing. Suddenly, the woman stopped singing, crushing the white rose in her hand and dropping it into the water, the gentle stream of the river, carrying it away. Zeke sucked in a pain breath and lowered his body into thorny bushes. The thorns were tugging at his clothes as if they wanted to tangle him into the bush forever and never let go. The woman turned around and started to walk back towards the tiny village that was positioned behind the docks. Zeke could finally see the woman's face. She had beautiful, big blue eyes and rosy cheeks. Her lips were lush. Her cheeks were full. She was perfect, a princess. I snapped out of reading by the kettle starting to whistle. I suppressed a few of the flashbacks of the warm kettle, stroking some crumbs of the counter to put the book there without smudging it. I peacefully made myself a new cup of tea, feeling my body relax as the water hit the bottom of the cup. A Sunday, a wonderful Sunday, but it was coming to its end, and I should probably head to bed soon. I decided against that and to stay up a bit longer and finish the book I was reading. I grabbed my cup of tea and my book, walking up towards my dorm room and opened the door. Sighing softly, I stepped inside and closed the door behind me, walking out of the balcony and sitting down on a chair, putting my teacup on the small table beside it. I closed my eyes and listened a bit. I heard the slight sound of crickets in the distance, and it calmed me down drastically. I felt tired, keeping my eyes closed as I listened to the calming sound of crickets. After a few minutes, I opened my eyes, opening the book and continuing to read it. I felt myself dive into the fantasy world of the book in my hands, sometimes taking a sip out of my teacup.